let's look at the 2025 Hire Admin and IT assignment. Now this one was based on Velocity Motors. You'll see there sells cars and have several dealerships throughout Scotland. You work as a senior admin assistant for Murdo McCoist, the managing director. The business is currently organising a special event to promote the sale of electric vehicles. Several administrative tasks need to be completed to help organise and run this event. You can use this to-do list and tick off each task as you complete it. When you open up the files, you'll see that we have 3 spreadsheets, 1 database, there's a PowerPoint, there's 2 Word documents, and there's 2 images including the company logo. And just to remind you that the assignment is worth 70 marks, and that is 58% of the overall mark, that you do have 2 hours to do it, excluding printing time. And you'll see there, it does ask that you work through a series of tasks in the order presented. Now, for this video, I'm only going to be looking at the database and spreadsheet tasks. So the first couple of tasks you'll see is there's actually a letter, a business letter, and then there's a PowerPoint and some emailing, I think. But we're going to start on the first spreadsheet or database task. So let's go and find that. So I've scrolled down the assessment to page 5, and I can see here the note is management are keen to see how our sales of accessories have been doing. Create and print a pivot table to show the total sales for each month. Please also include the monthly running totals. Now I know this is a spreadsheet because we're being asked to create a pivot table, and pivot tables are a feature of Excel. So let's now decide on which file we need to complete this task. So we have 3 spreadsheet files, and the one we're going to be using for this is the accessory sales. So let's open that up now and see what's there. So here we have the accessory sales spreadsheet open, and I've just brought across the task. I've actually added task 1, but that's just for the purpose of this video. So as we discussed, we need to create a pivot table. How do we do that? Well, make sure you've just clicked somewhere inside the data set. You don't have to highlight it all, just somewhere inside it, and then you can go to Insert and then Pivot Table. It always prompts you to open up a pivot table to place that in a new worksheet, and I would recommend you keep it there. Just keeps it away from the main data, and then click on OK. So we have to summarize the sales by month. So we have to bring down date. I'm just going to drag it down into the row. Now if you take a close look at the dates, first of all, under row, you'll see there's actually 3 different sort of dates have come down. And when I look at the beginning of my pivot table, it's got the months, fine, but it's got these little plus marks as well. It does actually have all the dates in there, so I don't really want to see that in my pivot table, even if I collapse it down so I can't actually see it. I just want the months, and that's it. So what I'm going to do is back down to my rows, and I want to keep months, and I'm just actually going to just push back up, drag back up the way the day and the date. So now I've lost the wee plus mark, and I've just got the 3 months. The other way you could look at this and deal with this is if you click in one of the cells that has a date in it, and up in Pivot Table Analyze, Group Selection, if you left click on that, you'll see at the moment days and months have actually been selected. So I'm going to deselect days, so I'm very confident now I'm just left with just the months. We need to know the total sales for each month, so therefore we are going to have to drag down value, because that has the sales value in it, and I'm just going to drag that down. So that's the first part of the pivot table done. I would recommend you do a wee bit of tidying up here. So for example, row labels, a better description is to type in there month, all right. Sum of value doesn't look great, so we can just change that to something like say total sales. The second part of the question was looking for a running total. So October would show 1305, November would actually show October and November added together, and December would show all 3 months added together. So what we need to do here is we actually have to bring down total sales again and then change it. So I'm going to drag down the value again. It's going to be exactly the same at this moment in time, all right, but in this second column I'm going to right click and I'm going to go down to show values as, and we're going to go to running total. Now this wee box has popped up and it's just saying base field. Is the base field months? Yes, because we're basing the running total on each month. So we're just going to click on OK. And now you see in column C we have the running total. And the last thing I'm going to do is just change this field heading. Rather than sum of value, I'm just going to call it running total. And that's how we complete the first spreadsheet task in this assignment.